We're on a record in cause number 328424, the state of Texas versus Manuel Walters Jr. Mr. Walters, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Walters, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hands down. How you doing, Mr. Walters?
Blessed.
That's good. You can't beat that. Mr. Walters, the information alleges that on or about December 4th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault. Mr. Walters, you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Walters, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Walters, prior to entering a plea of no contest, you were informed that you had three options as a defendant. Number one, first option was that you may hire an attorney. The second option was if you did not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney to be appointed to represent you. And number three, that the third option was that you may represent yourself. And after you were given the judge's explanation of rights to the defendant without an attorney, you informed the court that you wanted to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to talking to the prosecutor in this case, you was read and you signed a waiver of counsel that was included in State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment under the paragraph called waivers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, which is a misdemeanor plea admonishment on page 2 of this document under the paragraph called waivers. There are also a set of initials. The first set of initials is on a line next to a line that has nola contender, which means no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
And the second set of initials is under the paragraph that is titled Discovery Admonishment, and it is on the line that states, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and chose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
Now, on page 3 of the same document, above the line that says defendant, there's a signature that purports to be yours. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification to defendant's right of appeal, there is a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the top of this document, there are two boxes that are checked. The first box states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the documents? Did you read these documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you'd like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'd also like to offer State's Exhibit Number 2. That's the probable cause affidavit for this case.
Mr. Walters, the state is offering State's Exhibit Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 to be used as evidence against you in this case. State's Exhibit Number 1 is the document that have your initials on page 2 and your signature on page 3. State's Exhibit Number 2 is the probable cause affidavit. It's commonly referred to as the police report. The state would like to use both of these exhibits as evidence against you in this case. Is it all right for the state to use these documents as evidence in your case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 are admitted. Mr. Walters, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Walters, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is
It's
that agreement?
1 year deferred probation, no fine, 80 hours community service, and no contact with the victim in the case, Ricky Barnett.
Mr. Walters, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the deferred probationary period, you would not be required to pay a fine that will be waived. However, you will be required to pay court costs of $332. And you'll be required to pay probation fees of $60 each month. And you'll also be required to pay a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. And your total monthly expenses will be $105 per month. That's the monthly installments. Will you be able to pay the $105 each month?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Well, I need to know, you can tell me, I mean, if you can or if you cannot pay.
Oh, well, I'm not working right now.
Okay,
So-
so so you're unemployed
Yes, sir.
and, are you, single, divorced, married, widowed, or separated?
Single.
You have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
2,
Okay, what's the name of the first child?
Christopher Manuel Williams. And the second child, Aubrey Lynn Walters.
You say Aubrey
Sir.
Walters?
Aubrey Lynn Walters.
Okay. And, you said you're single. Okay, do you receive any child support?
No, sir. I
And
pay it.
what did you say?
So I pay child support.
Okay, I'll get to that. Now, do you receive any Medicaid,
No, sir. No Medicaid.
Social Security,
No, sir.
SNAP?
SNAP, yes, sir.
Okay, how much do you receive in SNAP each month?
204.
Okay, do you receive TANF?
No, sir.
And are you living in public housing?
No, sir.
Okay, do you receive any other governmental benefits?
No, sir.
And do you own a car or a house or any assets?
No, sir.
And how much do you pay rent or or mortgage?
Right now, the home that I live in, I'm trying to get it transferred into my name so it could be mine. But I'm kind of having problems finding the person that let me have the home.
But you don't pay any rent, do you?
No, sir.
Or do you pay rent? Okay, you don't pay rent. You have any utility bills?
No, sir.
And are you required to pay? Are you ordered to pay child support?
Yes, sir.
How much are you ordered to pay?
For my first, 300, and for my second, I think about the same amount, 300.
That's $600 a month.
Yes, sir.
You ordered to pay. What about your food expenses? Or you how much do you well your food expenses is that provided through the SNAP?
Yes, sir.
And you have any pay transportation costs?
No, sir.
And you have a cell phone?
No, sir, not at the moment. I'm
Okay.
using somebody else's,
Are you currently paying any probation fees?
sir.
Are you currently paying any probation fees?
No, sir.
Do you have any medical expenses?
No, sir.
Okay. And you paying on a credit card?
Uh,
Are you paying any credit card expenses each month?
no, sir.
Okay, Mr. Walters, we're gonna find that you're indigent. Your probation fee is going to be reduced to $25 per month. And the court is going to uh, we're going to convert your court costs of $332 per month to community service. And that'll be 27 hours of community service. Okay. So let's see. Just hold on a minute and we'll get that calculated up for you. So we'll tell you what you actually be looking at paying per month.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Three, yes,
And that's according to what?
I think it's, is it 4212 or 22.15?
According to
0.15 of the Code of Criminal Procedure?
42.5,
42.15, 42.15,
42.15.
yeah. Yeah, 42.15.
Okay, I think it said it reduces its cost to $70 a month.
Okay, now, Mr. Walters, your total cost per month is going to be $70 per month. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And I thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, then that's, yeah, yeah.
Make sure.
Okay, we're gonna make sure. Because your court cost is converted to community service. Your probation fee is reduced to 25 per month. And then you have the urinalysis of $15 per month. Is this is this 332 is included in that? This the court cost?
Yes, that has to. stay.
Okay, now what's going to happen is it's stating that it's $70 per month. So your probation office is going to make the adjustment by converting your court costs to community services. So it should be it's not going to be greater than $70. It's probably going to be less than $70 per month.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. And now you will be required to perform 80 hours of community service, and you cannot have any contact with Ricky Barnett. And the court cost will be satisfied by an additional 27 hours of community service pursuant to the Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.15. Now, Mr. Walters, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir. Very fair.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Walters, if you successfully complete the deferred probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction in your record, and you may qualify for what is called a non-disclosure, and you can talk to an attorney about how you can get a non-disclosure. And Mr. Walters, please follow the bailiff and have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome.